which honestly, like we thought we would drive all the time, but since we were really, really close to a bus stop, we were like, nah, nope, I don't want to deal with the parking lot. We're good. Buses, again, not terrible, but we got lucky. Other places, it would be maddening.
Yeah.
And I don't even have strollers anymore.
Damn!
Welcome, Walt Disney World fans, to another episode of the Knotcast, presented by Knot Club 33. On the show today, Old Key West, a Disney Vacation Club resort. My name is Steve Rhodes. With me, it's Pat Neistat.
What's up?
Becky Wells.
Hey.
And as always, the Disney Cynic, it's Bobby Burchins.
Did you guys know that the letter E is the most popular letter in the English language?
That does make sense. So you're going to buy a vowel. You're going to get the E first, right? Yeah.
Right. But that's why they obviously give you I, because there's so few of them.
What do you mean they give you I?
It's RSTL.
RSTLNE, baby.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. Shit. Sorry.
Fun fact, it's E in Wheel of Fortune.
There we go.
Bobby, you're going to start the show off today as your parents own at the Old Key West, so I'm sure this resort is near and dear to you from a nostalgia standpoint. And one of the places you've always pounded the table for more people to check out.
Yes.
Platform is yours. Why do you love this place?
So I'm going to go ahead and just try to take nostalgia off the table. From an amenity standpoint, it's fantastic. There's stuff to do there. There's a great pool over there. There's a sauna. There's a bar. There's a restaurant, gift shop, tennis courts, basketball, a quieter pool. I say quiet, but it's quieter. And there's even a poolside bar at that quiet pool too. So it's not there's nothing to do while you're on site. The rooms are bigger than they are being built in today's day and age.
Yeah.
They just are. When it came to selling Old Key West, they were trying to say, look at how much space and everything that you get. And so all the studios are the biggest studios, but the one bedrooms are bigger than my first apartment. They are gigantic. So I love it because it's a quiet, relaxing place that you can do a lot of stuff that's not necessarily inside the parks. I advocate all the time for having that non-park day because you deserve to rest and relax when you're on vacation, and Disney's not great for that. So that's why I love Old Key West.
Okay. Becky, obviously this wasn't high on your list, as you said in our last show when we were talking about Saratoga Springs, but you ended up going there, staying there for damn near a week.
Yep.
What points would you say to somebody that wanted to stay there that was in the same boat as you, I guess, and then after you stay there,
it's not that I would never stay there. I would never stay there without having my vehicle. If I'm taking a solo trip, it's probably not happening. Yeah. Because we got super lucky with where we were placed. We were very close to a bus stop. However, the amount of extra time for all of those bus stops just makes your day longer. And it just does. Now, I know everybody likes to knock on how long the bus ride is from Animal Kingdom to Animal Kingdom Lodge and Magic Kingdom. Shit's longer to go anywhere when you have to stop at all of those stops in Old Key West.
Yeah.
But that said, we really enjoyed the amenities. We swam, we used a sauna, hot tub, met up with a buddy at the bar, the Gurgling Suitcase. The kids loved their community hall. The cast was awesome in there. Our room was a dedicated 2-bedroom. And yeah, I mean, it was gigantic. There's some little weird issues, and they're pretty newly renovated, but some little weird things, and some of the usage of space was a little bizarre, but it's big. I mean, there's a lot of room. You can easily spread out. We
don't hate on that jacuzzi.
These are necessities for my kids is whether they can have a massive bubble bath.
Yeah,
so, well, there you go.
If there's a jetted tub, they would like to try that.
Boom.
Bonus.
There you go.
Yeah.
Every time.
However, it's like with Pat's hatred of like you can't get to the room without going through the bathroom's just wide open to the room, so it is effectively closes off like half of your stuff. But
Old school
yeah,
floor plans.
yeah. We had a good time staying there. We enjoyed it. We enjoyed having a vehicle to uh go grab pizza off property or to go do something or to take ourselves to certain parks if that was smarter for the day versus the bus, which honestly, like we thought we would drive all the time, but since we were really really close to a bus stop, we were like, nah, nope, I don't want to deal with the parking lot, we're good. So the buses, again, not terrible, but we got lucky. Other places it would be fucking maddening for me.
Yeah.
And I don't even have strollers anymore, but just that's extra. Long hallways, fine. Air conditioning. Fucking walking to a bus stop to sit on the bus for 30 minutes before you get off of your property. That's a killer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had a good time. The points are great point starts. Awesome. Almost always something available. These are all pros. So
I think I'm personally in the same boat with you there, Becky. With if I wasn't doing the drive down to Florida, there's no way I'd stay here or Animal Kingdom Lodge for that matter. Just because I feel like you're car dependent, and usually my trips I take an airplane and don't want to spend $100 a day for a damn rental car. So these are kind of places that are off limits for my traditional stay. That being said, there are times where we come down just as a couple, just to hang out at Disney Springs. And speaking of boats, being in the same one, I would take the boat to go to Disney Springs and have access to everything to do there. If I was doing one of my non-park trips and just wanting to be on Disney property, chilling and relaxing and not going into any of the parks, or check out some other resorts at night and maybe watch some fireworks from one of the resorts, and then come back and just be away from everything. I think that's a play for people that have been to the parks a lot, and just want to do something a little bit different.
Yeah.
I can't, as a person that does a lot of recommending, because I'm sure everybody here on this dais, gets asked 50 questions all the time about where they should stay. If I were talking to a traditional family of 4 for their first trip, I probably would tell you to not go here, just because of the logistical things. But if you had a car, why the hell not? I mean, Pat, somebody that owns DVC at the Polynesian, I know you haven't used your points here, but would you? And why or why not?
I think, I would. It's not my first choice. I think, like you said, if I went down there, it wasn't really I wasn't going to the parks, that might be a place that I'd like to stay. I don't know. I just, some of the amenities, like the restaurant, I guess the restaurants there don't matter too much because you could get to Disney Springs pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think to me, I think that's maybe the biggest draw is that you're right next to Disney Springs, and and on top of that, then you got a lot of space in your room, and it's inexpensive compared to a lot of the other resorts.
I was about
You're
to
right
say,
next.
like, that's a huge thing, guys. Like it's
the value,
sometimes half the cost, and you still get all the deluxe amenities with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when you're comparing this to Saratoga, it's like, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to say.
On the other hand, if with me having kids, they like to be close to the park. I think if I didn't have my kids, and that it may be another good spot to be if I'm not, maybe I want to go into one park or maybe 2 parks and then, just hang out the rest of the time. And that, I think that might be a good option.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect play for when you are like, oh, okay, look, XYZ Airlines having a sale, and we don't really have time to plan our park day out. Let's go to the Halloween party or the Christmas party once, and we're going to be here 2, maybe 3 nights. Let's stay at Old Key West and not worry about it. And just the rest of the time will be resort time, or maybe the parents go to Disney Springs for a night, that kind of thing. And it's just a different type of trip. And this is I think, an amazing candidate for that, just based on, Like if you don't own DVC, renting DVC points at a trusted provider like DVC Rental Store, who we've had people from that company on our show before. Shout out to Derek. They would be a good place to rent points, and it's not as expensive as going to somewhere like the Grand Floridian or the Poly or even Animal Kingdom Lodge for that matter. It's just way cheaper, and you're going to get a little bit more bang for your buck. So
I would also note that the location really gets a bad rap when it comes to some of these things. Like you guys talk about long bus rides and everything like that. Guys, it is super close to Epcot. It is super close to
yeah.
Magic
Right.
Kingdom. It is
The internal
super
busing, though.
close
Yeah,
to Hollywood Studios. It's not all that far. Don't be afraid based on location. Like I understand the argument for Animal Kingdom Lodge not being on a plane, but it is not far from pretty much anything. In fact, it's pretty centrally located.
It is like it does not get the credit it is due for where it is located, but that's not the point. Unless you're at, you can get on and get off at the first time each time, which you can't do both. It takes a long fucking time.
It's the internal busing. Yeah.
I did do bus roulette one of the days when I was out there my last trip, just by myself, because I literally was just like, I'm just gonna check out, and I was like, oh, Key West. Okay. It was from Magic Kingdom, and it was almost 40 minutes before I got back.
Yeah.
And like nobody was getting on or off. There was one other person on this bus. They got off and one got on. So it wasn't like we're waiting for offload. It took forever. So to me, that's the inside the resort. Now, is it pretty and quiet? And was I in air conditioning? Yes, to everything.
Yeah.
But that's the knock for me. It's not where it is. It's the size and massive inside buses.
It's car dependent. For me personally, internal busing is like, nah, I'm not doing it. Or, it'd be one of those when I'm not going to a park or I'm just doing the party and I'll Uber for that and screw it. But Becky, since this is a place that wasn't high on your list, and you've been, would you go back?
Yeah. I'd go back. And to be clear, we are not fucking driving from North Dakota. It's because we have to rent a car. There's not an Uber that holds my whole family. Renting cars is by far cheaper. So
plus trying to get through customs, that's got to be a pain in the ass. So.
Oh man,
depends on who you're with, I guess.
Yeah, Pat, are you gonna put this in the plans in the cards for a future Disney trip? Is it off the list?
No, it's on the list. It's just circumstances, I guess. And I don't need a car. I mean, I go to Animal Kingdom all the time, the lodge, and don't need a car there. So I don't see why I would need a car with the at Old Key West. But I could always call Bobby. Busing. He could pick me up. So
yeah, because there's no internal busing in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
But yeah, Uber Urchins.
Yeah, it's also on the list. It's on the list. Yeah. I'll do it eventually. I mean, I got this contract for the next 40 years or something crazy like this. So I'm gonna say at least once, I guess.
Yeah, Old Key West is definitely on my list of places I would stay. Whereas I said my last resort review, Saratoga is pretty much not. I would just go stay off property. Bobby, I guess we already know your thoughts. You'll be back here.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I'll probably end up doing a DVC rental of some kind and doing it that way because you can get rooms there sometimes for like $250 a night.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dirt cheap compared to anything else.
Exactly. Have you done a full review on Old Key West yet on your show? I don't think you have you?
No, we've not, but no, we did. As a matter of fact, it was very early on.
Okay. But maybe we'll get a revised one now that you're on video.
What happened there? Didn't something happen there?
Yeah, we got upgraded to a 1-bedroom.
Oh,
see, another feather in the cap for Old Key West.
Yeah, this is like the one that's what I'm saying. It sounds stupid, but like maybe it's because it is the old members of DVC and they have those expectations. There's probably a lot of like continuity and like not a lot of like brain drain with people going left and right all over different jobs within the parks and stuff like that. I think like a lot of people go back and see the same staff all the time and everything like that,
Yeah,
and they get like a certain level of service as a result.
could be. But I would say sounds like a place that everybody agrees should be on your list at home. You know, should also be on your list hitting subscribe, because it really helps out our channel when you do so, and also smacking like on the video, which pushes us up in YouTube's algorithms. Links to Bobby's show are down in the description down below, along with all of our links. If you click that, you can find all of our content. For everybody here at Not Club 33, we really appreciate you watching, and have a great day.